All right, everybody. Welcome to the channel today. This video today is about humor, about laughing, about some tips to be better in society and stop being so awkward, and some of my dark humor. So I've been accused of some of my good friends of being too serious in these videos and being too much like Tony Robbins and not enough like Shane Gillis. And if you know me very well, I think I'm very funny and I have a very dark sense of humor. It's a very honest, dark sense of humor because I've been taught it from my family. And my mom passed away, I've mentioned all the time, and my grandmother made a joke about it like a couple days after she passed away. So the dark humor is part of my life. So I was thinking, how could I try to tell something that's funny, that people would enjoy, that people who don't have a clue who I am would be funny? And I don't know, I was like, okay, thinking about it. So I thought of maybe 3 tips we could give on how to be better socially, because some people do these 3 things and they're really, I don't think they're funny and they're really annoying. So I would point this out if we were hanging out enough. So I'm pointing this out in this video. I think these are funny things. First thing is, stop showing YouTube videos when you're with more than one person, or just send it to the people. Stop saying, oh, I have the funniest video and showing it. It's usually never funny. People just politely laugh. Please, so stop showing YouTube videos when it's just basically besides yourself, okay? Second, text chains. Stop reading text chains to people. They're not funny. They're never funny. Your GIF isn't funny. Your GIF isn't funny, however you say it. I have some of the funniest people in the world that I'm friends with, I think, and it's never funny when I read the text chain out loud. It's always in context. You have to know the people. It's never funny. So please, secondly, stop reading text chains out loud. Say, this is the most hilarious. It's not. It's just you and your friends, and that's why it's only a couple people. And the third thing is, as a recovering alcoholic, please stop saying I have the craziest story. I have the most amazing story, because I can guarantee you it isn't. So basically, all of those stories bake down to we go outside of our norms and we stay out late and we do something silly. We end up somewhere we shouldn't be. We sleep somewhere we shouldn't be. We have less clothes on. Whatever. Because I've been to enough rooms and AA, and my greatest war stories, which I'm not even proud of, is I came in really late after staying out all night and I had to go to work 15 minutes later. Another time I woke up in the wrong part of New York City with a friend. They're not crazy stories. They're just, you can make them, unless you're a really good friend of mine who I grew up with, who can make buying a bag of chips the most interesting thing. Unless you're him, just stop telling the stories, okay? And so just stop it. And I'm gonna give some stories, benchmarks to compare it to. So basically, a friend of mine, one of the most amazing people I know in the world now, for him to get sober, he was getting, this is his story his sobriety story. And he was getting followed by a detail of police looking for drugs in his vehicle, and they finally found some. And then when they were looking for more drugs, he didn't know what to do, so he took the police car. So then in that town, you could have seen a police car getting chased by other police cars. He didn't really know what he was doing, didn't have a driver's license, could drive the vehicle, but didn't have a driver's license, which was the least of his problems at the time. Went into a cul-de-sac, and the last thought he had was, how am I going to get this car between those 2 houses? Okay, so there's a benchmark right there. Put that right there. Does your story compare to that? Are you in a cop car going towards a house saying, how am I going to fit that between this cop car between those 2 houses? Well, you're getting chased by the cop cars. The other story is about a guy. I don't know this guy. I only met him once. It's true or not, I don't know. But it's his story. Basically, he was in a pit crew in Winnipeg. Him and the boss got in a fight, and they get fired after the race. And then the pit crew manager came in with a bottle of champagne, and they drank it. And then they were annoyed at the owner for firing him, so then they went to his plane. Again, it is true or not, I don't know, but this is what happens in these meetings, and when people are telling more stories. Got a case of champagne off the plane, they drank it, and the next thing he remembers is waking up on the side of the highway in Quebec City. Okay, so start with that. Okay, he's in Manitoba when the last thing he remembers, and he wakes up in Quebec. So if you're gonna say, the most crazy story, compare it to that, please, and see. And the last thing is something that happened last week, and I saw a guy hitchhiking, and he was I pulled over to pick him up. I went ahead and was going to like loop around to pick him up. And when I was doing that, somebody else pulled over, and this guy kind of looked a little rough, and he waved the person off. And I laughed and laughed and laughed. And I've been telling the story to everybody since, and this is as dark as my humor gets. And I was just like, imagine if that hitchhiker was racist, and his car's broken down, his cell phone's dead, he's got to get somewhere, but he's racist enough that he won't get in the car with these people. And then, the skit and bit is just he keeps, refusing in every race that he doesn't like comes. And anyways, so there's some dark humor. There's 3 tips on what to do and not to do in society. And for people that know me really well that are watching these, I know I'm not being hilarious all the time, because I really want this message to get out and not make fun of it. When I do the podcast interviews, I hope I'm having a little bit more of an interaction, a little bit more joking, poke fun at myself. But for people who have no idea who I am, I have very dark sense of humor. I love to make jokes. I think I'm hilarious. I basically talk like Ricky Gervais all of the time. I say guilty and well-built in a British accent probably 300 times a day. And if you know me well enough, it's super annoying. And just wanted to get this video out there because I caught some real flack from my friends for being so serious. So here's me being attempting to be funny in a video. I hope you like it. If you don't leave a comment, like, subscribe, all those things. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Bye-bye.